all nurses who entered the country, they were often discriminated against and were subjected to racial segregation. They were paid less than their American counterparts.
Getting paid less for the same work or for harder work is not okay. Without them, the world would be doomed. What's up, Philippines? Welcome back to your reaction video with Nelly. Today I'm reacting to a video that is probably very interesting because it is about Filipino nurses, and we all know the importance of nurses. They saved us during the pandemic, big time. And if it wouldn't be Filipino nurses, I think many of us wouldn't be even here anymore. So thank you so much in advance. And for the past, sacrificing your time and your energy to just do some greater good for human society. But yeah, today I am reacting to the inspiring journey of Filipino nurses in the US. Challenges, opportunities, and success stories. So I definitely want to dig deeper into the history. There are quite a few videos here on this channel where we touch base on that topic. But yeah, this is an interesting one because it's from the perspective of the US. So let's get right into it.
Today, we will be going over the history of the Filipino nurses diaspora to the United States. Filipino nurses have played a significant role in the healthcare industry in the United States for over a century. They have been an essential part of the workforce, especially during times of war and shortage of healthcare workers. The story of Filipino nurses working in America is a testament to the resilience, perseverance, and contributions of immigrant healthcare workers to the American society. The first wave of Filipino nurses arrived in the United States in 1906 as part of the Thomasite teachers who were sent by the American government to teach English to Filipinos. Many of these nurses had already completed their nursing training in the Philippines, which was under American colonial rule at that time.
I don't know why, but this voice is very soothing, and the background music is also I'm just like, oh, I'm getting ready for bed now, I'm just going to sleep.
The front lines of American hospitals and emergency rooms have frequently been staffed by migrant Filipino nurses. After the US colonized the Philippines in the late 19th century, the country has relied on Filipino healthcare workers to mend the staffing gaps in America's patchwork healthcare system, especially in times of medical crisis.
We did a video on that just recently about the story how the US stole the Philippines. It'll pop up somewhere here. If not, it's just one of the recent videos. Watch it. It's really good. It's one of the best videos that I've watched in a very long time.
Since 1960, over 150,000 Filipino nurses have migrated to the US. In 2019, 1 out of 20 registered nurses in the US was trained in the Philippines. However, it was not until the 1920s that Filipino nurses began migrating to the United States in large numbers. In the 1920s, American hospitals began recruiting nurses from overseas due to a shortage of nurses.
I think there's always a shortage of nurses
because they were English-speaking, well-educated, and trained in American nursing schools. Moreover, the nursing profession was highly respected in the Philippines, and many Filipinos saw it as an opportunity to pursue a better life in the United States. Recruitment firms seized the chance to bring even more overseas Filipino workers to the country after an amendment to the immigration laws in the 1970s made it possible for foreign workers to use an H-1 visa, a working visa, for temporary employment.
I think there's also another video about this on the channel. I think I remember this picture. But yeah, super interesting. They made it even easier for Filipino nurses to come to the US.
60% of all nurses who entered the country on H-1 visas between 1972 and 1978 received their education in the Philippines. The Philippine government capitalized on and facilitated the export of Filipino medical workers, further solidifying the nursing pipeline from the Philippines to the United States. Filipino nurses faced numerous challenges during their early years in America. They were often discriminated against and were subjected to racial segregation. They were paid less than their American counterparts and were assigned to the most challenging and labor-intensive tasks, such as caring for patients with communicable diseases like tuberculosis. Despite these challenges, Filipino nurses continue to work hard and excel in their profession. They formed close bonds with their patients and colleagues and became known for their compassionate care and strong work ethic. Their contributions to the healthcare industry.
Yeah, getting paid less for the same work or for harder work is not okay. I don't know what the situation now is, but I think now, hopefully, it's not like that anymore. Let me know in the comment section down below. I know there are some Filipino nurses probably watching. Let me know what the current situation is, if you're getting paid the same amount like other people in the US.
Were recognized during World War II when the US government recruited over 30,000 Filipino nurses to serve in military hospitals. The influx of Filipino nurses continued throughout the 1950s and 1960s. More people from Asia, including the Philippines, were able to immigrate after the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 abolished the quota system that favored Western Europeans. The number of Filipino nurses working in America grew rapidly, and they quickly overtook other foreign-educated nurses as the largest group in the nation. Filipino nurses continued to face discrimination and racism during this period. They were often treated unfairly, paid less than their American counterparts, and denied promotions and leadership positions. However, they remained dedicated to their profession and continued to provide quality care to their patients. In the 1970s,
because Filipinos are just very
nurses began
caring
to organize and advocate for their rights. They formed the Philippine Nurses Association of America, PNAA, in 1979 to address the issues facing Filipino nurses and to promote their professional growth and development. The PNAA worked to improve working conditions for Filipino nurses, increase their representation in leadership positions, and promote cultural awareness in the healthcare industry. Today, Filipino nurses make up a significant portion of the healthcare workforce in the United States. They are valued for their skills, expertise, and dedication to their profession. They have made significant contributions to the healthcare industry and have helped to shape the way healthcare is delivered in America. In conclusion, the history of Filipino nurses working in America is a story of resilience, perseverance, and contribution. Despite facing numerous challenges and discrimination, Filipino nurses have remained dedicated to their profession and have made significant contributions to the healthcare industry.
Very true.
Their story is a testament to the valuable contributions of immigrant healthcare workers to the American society. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from our video today. Please help this channel by liking, sharing, and
I think we learned something today, and I specifically also know a story of my friend Will Dazowich's mom. I listened to a podcast where she talked about how it was for her leaving the Philippines and being a Filipina nurse, and she went to the Netherlands, I think, if I remember correctly, and what kind of difficulties she was facing, how, there were so many things like language barriers, culture shocks, of course, racism, unfortunately, and then, I watched this video, also pay gap. So yeah, there were so many challenges, and I hope these days, maybe there is a better video for like the current situation, but I hope these days things are looking a little bit better for the people who are leaving their homes to go overseas for better opportunities. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for all the Filipino nurses out there, and in general to all nurses who are just taking care of us when we are not able to take care of us by ourselves. So that was it for today. We learned a valuable lesson today about some history, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, get notified, hit the notification bell, and what's up, Philippines?